Hello everyone. So let me introduce myself. My name is Ita Rahmanita with the student ID number J1E023071.
My name is Alfi Manur Hidayah with student number G1E023068H.
Everyone, my name is Satya Aulia with student number J1E023073.
Hello, I'm Septiana Pradiptasari with student number G1E023065.
And in this video's opportunity for academic writing, especially assignment 3, our group we're going to give you some research. So our group decided that our research is about internal and external factors affecting students' English speaking performance in junior high school, and this is a systematic literature review or SLR. So as we know that examines the challenges students face in mastering in speaking skill, it's kind of a little bit facing many struggles. For example, like vocabulary and also self-confidence and also the pronunciation itself, right? And we are divided into two factors. The first one is internal and the second is external. The first one is internal, includes such as, for example, like motivation, self-confidence, and etc. And for the external one, for example, like the classroom environmental and also the teacher support and any other etc. And in this topic we're gonna deep dive more detail about that. And let's see what is the main problem in this topic. So actually the main problem in this topic, which is about the internal and also the external, is as we know that in junior high school students still find it hard to speak English well. Sometimes they are having, like less standard to speak English. They often struggle with vocabulary, pronunciation, and also their own confidence. So in this problem come from both either inside and also outside of themselves, right? And most studies it's just only look for one factors. For example, just only the internal one or even the external one. But as we know that perhaps they can be both. So this topic more deep dive about the internal and external as the main problem of the students lack speaking English.
Most studies on English speaking performance tend to examine internal and external factors separately. Although some research mention both, they rarely analyze comprehensively. Moreover, many studies focus on higher education students or learners outside the EFL junior high school context, leaving a gap in understanding how these factors collectively influence junior high school student speaking performance. As a result, there is still a lack or systematic and scientific evidence that maps this factor. This limits teacher and school ability to design effective teaching strategies. The purpose of this study is to conduct a SLR to identify and categorize the internal and external factors affecting Indonesian junior high school students' English speaking performance systematically.
Okay, so in this study, we use a systematic literature review or SLR to collect, evaluate, and analyze existing research on internal and external factors affecting junior high school student speaking performance. And the data will be gathered from previous studies to identify obstacles, strengths, weaknesses, and common problems in teaching and learning speaking. And the review will focus on studies published within the last 10 until 15 years and taken from databases such as ResearchGate, Google Scholar, ERIC, Scopus, and Indonesian Journal repositories. And there is a clear criteria that will be applied. Only peer-reviewed studies on EFL junior high school students will be included, while non-peer-reviewed works or studies on other scales will be excluded. And selected literature will then be critically examined and categorized into internal factors such as psychological, linguistic, and cognitive, and external factors such as pedagogical, environmental, and social. And I think that's all.
Okay, the next session is about relevance. The study about internal and external factors affecting speaking performance in junior high school students, which has relevance both academically and socially. First, academically, it will provide empirical evidence based on the information gathered from several systematic literature review journals about the factors affecting speaking performance in junior high school students. The second one is it will present highlighting gaps from the existing research, such as the reliance on cross-sectional studies or a lack of focus on collaborative fluency metrics. And for the social one is the research will give new perspectives to teachers about what factors affect student speaking performance that help teachers find suitable methods to teach their students. And the last one is the findings can be used as data for policymakers to consider what should be done with the curriculum towards English, especially in the context of an EFL learner. Okay, so shortly, the systematic literature review focuses on factors affecting junior high school students' English speaking performance in Indonesia. Many students face challenges like limited exposure to English, impacting fluency, vocabulary, pronunciation, and confidence.
So the review will use the systematic literature review method to analyze existing research, and its goals is to identify strengths, weaknesses, address gaps, and provide evidence to help teachers improve English teaching method for a better speaking performance among students.